Welcome back to BrittKnitsOKC. I'm Brittany and I live in Oklahoma City. I've been knitting for about 2 years, and on this channel I just talk about yarn and knitting and other crafty kind of things that I get up to. It's been about a month since I recorded, and I had too much stuff to talk about. So today I'm only going to talk about yarn that I bought and the projects that I plan to use it for. I've bought quite a bit, so I'll just get into it. On my last episode, I mentioned that I bought some yarn at like 2 o'clock in the morning because I had insomnia. And I got that in the mail. I thought there was, oh yeah, there is another one. I was about to say, oh no, I lost one. That would not be fun. It's probably just in a big stack of yarn in my office that I haven't put away yet. So that yarn that I bought at 2 in the morning was from TuskenKnits, and the color is called Love Struck Baby. See that super well. It's like this salmon-y pinkish color. I really love it. It's on the Fife base, which is 100% Superwash Merino, and there's 100 grams in a skein, and I got 3 of them. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. So I got it, and I decided to make this one sweater that I saw on Ravelry, and I saw someone else made one on Instagram. And it's the, what's it called? It's the Baltian sweater by Caitlin Hunter, who is Boyland Knitworks. And it has this really cool pattern across the yoke. And that part of the pattern is done holding 2 skeins or 2 colors of mohair. So I then had to order the mohair, and since KnitPicks was having a sale, they might still be having a sale, but throughout this month or last month, I don't remember, they had a sale on like different kinds of yarn every week. So when they were doing the lace weight one, I got some mohair, and I got 2 skeins of each of the black and the silver. I think it's silver, yeah, black and silver. So here is the black. That's not a great shot of it. There's the black, like you can see it. It's really fluffy. And then the silver is this really nice gray color. So I got the color ideas. There was a shop that had kits. I don't remember what the shop was called now, but they were selling Baltian kits, and they had like pre-mixed or pre-planned colored combinations. So they had one that was pink on there, and it had gray, like a dark gray and black mohair with it. So uh-oh, I dropped one. I'll get that later. So this is kind of the idea. We'll see what it looks like. I don't know when I'm gonna start this because I currently have I just started another sweater yesterday. I cast on. I did the swatch the day before, but so I don't know how long it'll be before I start that, but stay tuned. I'm like the slowest knitter ever. Yeah, it's fine because I'm pretty much a beginner or intermediate, but it takes me a long time to do stuff. And I get excited, and I have multiple projects at the same time, so it takes even longer. Yeah, so I'm gonna make the Baltian sweater with those. And then I watch Needles at the Ready a lot, and they keep talking about Trilogy Yarns. So after I watched one of their episodes, I had to go on Trilogy Yarns to look and see what they had and what kind of trouble I could get myself into. So I also have been watching Inga from Knitting Traditions and Kat from Heather and Hops talk about making ranunculus sweaters. So I'm gonna hop on the ranunculus train, and I've planned to make 2 of them. I've already started one, and it's one that I'm making for my friend that I've had for like 20 years or something. We went to middle school together, and high school, but we've known each other since we were like 12. So I'm making her a sweater. She's a crocheter, so she crocheted while we were in high school, and then I learned later and did that for a long time, and then I've learned to knit, and I'm convinced that she can learn to knit, and I might teach her. Hopefully I'll have the time soon. She loves orange. I have worn orange like one time. Well, not one time. I have one like summery dress that's orange, but I don't usually gravitate toward it. But I saw this, and it's the Koi colorway from Trilogy. It's so pretty. It has like a cream that has kind of like a greenish tinge to it, and then it has some light and dark orange pieces in it. So I got 3 of these. I don't think I'm going to use them all, and I think I've only kicked up 2 of them, because if I have one left, I'll just give this to Lynn, because she can use it to crochet something. And this is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. So it's nice and squishy and soft. I'm really excited about it. And then I'm gonna make my ranunculus with the color Jovial, which is this like dusky pinkish purpley color, which is kind of my jam. That's my thing. One time one of my coworkers was like, "You've worn purple every day this week." And I was like, "Oh, I had no idea." It wasn't on purpose. It's just what I do. Yeah, so I'm hopping on the ranunculus train. Hopefully it's good. Lynn likes really oversized shirts, so I'm gonna make hers to pattern, and then I think I'm going to not do as many increases on the body on mine, because I don't want it to be really oversized. I would like it to be a little bit more fitted, and I'm going to add length to mine also, and probably hers too. I would like to be able to wear mine to work, so I don't want it cropped, but that's my plan. We'll see how it goes and how long it takes me to make 2 of them. From what I've heard, it's a really quick knit, and if I wasn't jumping around between like 3 or 4 projects, it probably would have been a quick knit for me too. But I have attention problems when it comes to knitting projects. So it's really I haven't made much progress. I think I've gotten about that much done, maybe 5 inches done on Lynn's ranunculus. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they look like finished in person, because I've only seen a bunch of photos on Ravelry. The next one I got, so I've been going to this knit night, and if you live in Oklahoma City or in the Oklahoma City area, you should come. It's we go to OK Cider Co. It's kind of downtown, and the owner, Tim, is super nice, and he makes ciders, but he kind of uses brewing techniques, like beer brewing techniques, to make the ciders, and they're so good. They're so good, and we have the best time. This last week, a couple people, no, I think 3 people brought their spinning wheels too, and we just all sat around knitting, and they had their spinning wheels out and we're spinning yarn, and it was really cool. But my friend Lily brought in a huge box of yarn last week because she had a clear out, and we all bought some of her yarn from her so that she could get rid of it. So, which I really didn't need to do, but I did anyway. So I got 3 skeins. I got these 3 from Lily's stash. And the first one is a sock yarn from Hedgehog Fibres. And the color's not on it, but I looked on Ravelry, and I think it's the color called Pod. It has orange and blue and brown and green in it. Looks very autumnal. I think I'm gonna make myself a pair of socks, or for my husband. It just has really nice autumn colors. And it is 90% merino, superwash merino, and 10% nylon. So it'll be very strong for socks. I also got this Madeline Tosh sock yarn, and this is the color Glazed Pecan. It looks a little bit more yellow on the camera than it does in person, but I was in a yarn store a few weeks ago, and I became obsessed with the color. I think it's called Bourbon Rye or something like that. Majorly obsessed with it. It's a little bit darker than this one, but I saw this and was like, I think I'm going to use this. I think I'm gonna make myself some socks out of this too. So if you have a favorite sock pattern, it doesn't matter what kind. I'm doing a huge sock project too, which I will talk about in the next video, because I got a whole box of sock yarn, and I think I ordered like 14 skeins. So, but they're for a purpose. They have plans. So yeah, tell me what your favorite sock pattern is, because I am getting into it and I might regret it later, but I have a huge project. So yeah, and this is 100% merino wool, and it's fingering weight. It's really nice and squishy. Yeah, that is it for the sock yarn, I think. No, it's not. I have more sock yarn, but I'm not making socks with it. Another one that I got from Lily is this Colinette yarns, Jitterbug. I think that the person who used to sell it, maybe her channel was Jitterbug or Colinette, I can't remember. Lily said she doesn't dye yarn anymore, so yeah. So I got this. This is a big skein. It's 400 yards. It's 150 grams. I think it's fingering weight. I think that's what I found on Ravelry, because it doesn't really say. It just says like the needle size and the tension, and I'm real bad at remembering like which weights have which tension and all of that. This is the color Velvet Leaf. It has a really nice like mossy green color. I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to make, when I wrote it down, I'm gonna make the Flutter Buttshirt by Jessie Maed Designs with this one. And this has merino and nylon in it, so it'll be really durable. It'll get a lot of use in the summertime here. It's very hot here and muggy, and it's already hot and muggy. I know it's July now, but a lot of people are like, oh, summer has just started. And I'm like, no, summer's been here since the middle of May. because it just gets really hot and muggy here. So I'm a little, I haven't worn any hand knit stuff in the summer yet. I finished something the other day and I did wear it to knit night, but I haven't worn anything knitted like all day. So I'm a little nervous to see how that goes and if I can actually do it. But I'm also going to make another Flutter Buttshirt out of, I think, yeah, yes. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna make it out of this yarn. This yarn is from a local dyer, an artist called Leon Alexander Yarns, and he was at the Knit Night spinning the other night. That sounded bad. That's not what I meant. Spinning the other night, and he brought a box of yarn for sale, and he was having a sale, so it was really nice. I don't know what colorway this is because they didn't have tags on them and I couldn't find the color on his website, but I love it. It's very pink. It's very pink, like a blush rosy pink color. So I'm gonna make another Flutter Buttshirt out of that. And then I also got from Leon Alexander, I got this one, and this is called Rhonda. And his sock yarns are 85% Superwash Merino and 15% nylon. So they're really soft. I know I've said that about every single one of these, but it's nice. I went through a phase where I bought a lot of yarn of the Andes, and that's what I made my husband's sweater out of. And it, compared to this, that's really rough, and this is really squishy. And I'm trying to decide if I'm more into the hand dyed superwash yarns or more natural sheepy rustic kind of yarns. I haven't decided yet. Right now I'm a little bit into buying fun colors. so I'm really into the superwash yarn right now. This one's called Rhonda, and it has a lot of colors in it. It's coming out more yellow on the camera. It's not really that yellow in person. Yeah, it's more pink in person. It has pinks and purples and blue, some speckles of blue and maroon. Yeah, so with this, I'm going to make Jessie Maed's, what is that top called? No, I can't find it. Oh, it's called My Little Secret Crop. So I thought this would be fun. That would be fun to make with this. I'm excited for that because of the weather here, and it would be nice to wear underneath things when it's hot. So we will see if I even get that done this summer. I might cast it on next, just because I know that I'll wear it a lot on the weekends and when I'm out and about. That's pretty much all I have today. This is gonna be a short one compared to my other episodes. I just had so much yarn, and I was afraid that next time I record, it would just be too much because I have a lot of whips right now and way too much stuff to talk about. So I do want to recommend a channel before I go, and the one I want to recommend is Kat from Heather and Hops, who I mentioned before. She lives in Hertfordshire, England, and she and her husband they're into nature and being outside and doing things like sustainably and mindfully. And I discovered that she and I like the same kind of music, and I just really love her channel. She has a really soothing, kind of quiet voice, and they have this cute cat. And she's been she's been recording her knitting journey. So I guess she started recording right when she started knitting and kind of explaining what her plans were and how the knitting was going. And I think that's really cool. I wish I would have done that. It would have probably been kind of boring though, because it took me a long time to get to actually finish something. So yeah, she's really cool. She makes some cool stuff. She's made a lot of ranunculus. I think she's made like 6 or 7, maybe more. I don't know. And her YouTube channel is Heather and Hops Knitting. And on Instagram, she's at heather.hops. And then on Ravelry, she has a page, and she has an Etsy shop too, where I think they sell yarn. I'm not 100% sure though. That's what I've kind of gotten from the episodes that I've watched. So yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and all of the yarn purchases I made over the last month. And you can find me on Instagram at BrittKnitsOKC. Wear your mask, stay safe, make smart decisions, and happy knitting. Bye.